Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray, and today we continue our Let's Play of Pyanodons, where the last episode just got this beauty of a furnace setup running, and pretty much sorted a lot of our issues with the resources. In between episodes, I just noticed that this wasn't hooked up correctly. We'll have to turn these the other way. I'll just do that, so we have this running at full speed instead of half speed. So I think that'll be a much higher throughput than we have right now. That looks better. Since we have room, we might as well start out with doubling this one. Not sure how far over we should put it, but does look a bit better if we do it the same way. Maybe just right here. I think that'll be fine. The things will be built. We'll just have to hook up a bit of hot air to it. Here we are. Oh, and thank you for the follow, Jay Braiders. And welcome to the stream. So, let's see here. We'll need another few of these made. Might actually be an idea to set it up in our mall, the Advanced Foundry. Just because I know it will be needed very soon. What about right here? Advanced Foundry. If we can make one. We should have all the things around the place. So if you request... Oh, snap. Don't. That's fine. Now I did it. I'll just take some of it out, because that was way too much. It's typical. And we'll just throw some of it back into the network. Probably limits how much to puts in at a time, because look at that, that is at least way too much. Let's just throw some of this into the system again. Some of you all go back and be used for something else. Seaweed out. And not clog up my inventory. There we are. So that means these are slowly being produced. That will probably take a few minutes for each one, since we only have a slow inserter. But that means that this one will slowly be built as we go along. This one should be able to keep up nicely. Let's see here. Are you done? Not quite. Can you get the rest under here? I hope it can. So now that we have iron solved, we probably should make a copy of this one just for copper. And I kind of want to use this one for it. Let's just make a few by myself. I think that'll be fine, just to get some of this running. And should we just dismantle all of this? I think we should. Still lacking iron, and I don't really want to until this is working, because I don't know how fast this is. I don't think it's fast enough, but it should be better than what we're doing over here at the moment. 40 seconds for 6. This one is a bit slower. That is fine. Yeah, those are slowly getting built. So what I want to look at in today's episode is probably also fixing some of the fluids we have here. This is one of the last things we have left that are mixed in the cells. So I kind of have to move those out to their own cell. I don't think there's any reason why we should have them together. So, old main bus thinking. That's not gonna be what we'll be doing. So what if we just give ourselves a bit more room right here? Please remove that as well. This one, that one. There we are. That should at least make sure we have 2 new things here. That means we can start to move out. That is fine. One of these, maybe this one, that's going from raw coal to coal. Sorry about that. And I think that is one of the only ways we can get coal, at least at the moment. Yeah, or if we do it from wood. But this one is actually the best one because it gives some output. So 1 full cell with these, with double outputs into barrels that will fly around. I think that's what we could try and do down here, because this is pretty much an empty cell. So we'll need 2, let's see here, 2 of you automated factories for the fluids. Right now, let's see what are we doing everywhere else. Take this one as a test. Right, there we're having him. Don't know why. Is that even good? We can do it there instead, just for symmetry's sake. And you will be one of the 2 outputs we have. 3, 4, 5. Is that correct? 1, 2. No, not even close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we are. That should be able to handle the 2 inputs, and then below here we'll have these set up. So you will come with me, please. You will just get hooked up. It has to move in a small amount. Have to get it down a small amount. What if we move you in a bit? You line up with that one. I think that'll be fine. Let's get this up and running. The rest of this is hopefully getting made. Yeah. That's raw coal going in. I'll output 2 things. Those 2 things, so we have them coming up here. Because that way we'll have this one and that one. You will jump like that, and you will jump out here and go that way. Because that means we'll have, maybe here at the bottom, you will be gas. It's what's called coal gas. Coal gas, you'll barrel that. And you'll barrel tar. So that way we have some storage for it. I think that will be fine, and we can use that around the base. Means we'll have 1 more view just right there. Then you'll jump. Guess we're gonna have some problems with them being this close to each other if we don't misalign them a small amount. Or we can do this instead. So you'll go to there. But shift them. Or we can just do you here and go over here. And you'll go that way. Not the most beautiful setup, but can fit in 2 more here. Oh, we just can fit in 2 more. Might not be bad then. Having 4. Let's stay with that. Gives us 4 of you. And we need to do that one and that one. So that seems quite good. Then we can do 4, 4, 4, maybe 3 or 4 rows. It means in the middle here we can have the barrels in, out. Barrels in. And we actually need it. That's too much room, to be honest. We could move it a bit closer. Oh well. Do 1. That was wrong. Barrels out is what I was looking for. There and there. Means we can get some power down. And that should activate all of you in just a second. And then we can... that's getting barrel in, that's already collecting them. That means this one is starting to collect as well. You'll just fill up everything. I think that'll be fine. Means all 4 of you are moving. That means I can't double it by just moving it over 1. What if I take you, flip you around, place you down, do it right here. Can I then hook it up? I think I can. Then I think I might be able to. Let's just test this. Ooh, I can. If I move it 1 to the left, I can actually fit in 1 move over here without going over the edge. Can I? No, it has to be here, so I won't have enough room for that. But I can fit in 1 more if I wanted to. That is fine. We'll stay with this for now. That should give us a bit of an input. There we are. Is Rockhold lacking that much? Ooh. Seems so. That is something that's going to stop this one. But that gives us at least 2 outputs, and that's what this one is going to do. And giving us coal as well. So that's a pretty nice cell. That just means these 2 should go somewhere else to be produced. Having those 2... I should have both flown in. That is... yeah, at least I need to get all of it used. So I have to figure out a good way to do it. But do 2 different for this one as well. But I kind of want to get this changed. So what if we just deconstruct this for now? Clean this up. This one is still making a ton of that coke, but that's because I was needing the gas. That I don't really need anymore. So I have to get this one set up somewhere else. We have coke. That can be used for many, many things, and it will be used for many things. It probably needs to get its own cell. And call this one coal. You'll produce normal coal. Not that that's the main thing you're doing, but that's at least one of the things you're doing. Means these 2 will have to get their own production site. Good start over here, since we don't have that much. Hello, Commander Head Junkie. The reason why they're moving a bit faster is that I have a mod called Robot World enabled. That now allows me to have robots earlier and to get them to move faster and whatever I want. It's just so I don't have to make an insanely large main bus. Because I want to try to do it with robots instead. So I tried that mod out, which is very, very good. So glass works. Let's make 2 new ones. Make a few of these because we need the input. So you could actually make what's called 1 of each taking a different liquid. Because that way we can use both of them, and if one of them fills up, it's not going to jam the setup. Yeah, I think my speed is 5, because when I installed the mod the first time, more than a year ago, I think I tried it first. I think the default speed was 5 back then. And it never changed with the settings back to anything new. So yeah, I've just been using it since then at speed 5 because yeah, it was very nice and I very much enjoyed it. Let's just get this one down. And get 2 of you in. So right there. 3 should be enough. Let's try with 3. I'll use 5 before, but it should be good enough. And then we'll just take this one here, and we'll take that one right there. Then we'll change the two things. That will be barrel in there and barrel in that way. That means we'll just need a few glassworks. We actually need 4. Luckily we have 4, so let's see here. Let's go and grab these two. They're not running anymore. Let's get the rest of you deconstructed. This one will need to get deconstructed as well at some point. And running right now is, get you away, bit of a resource sink. So I'm not removing him just because I need to remember that I have to put him up again to make coke. Even though we have a few thousand coke, that is a good thing to do. Oh, ran too far. Over here we'll need 4 glassworks. I think that'll give us the setup we need. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if this gives us enough room. Let's just check. It doesn't give us enough room. We'll have to scoot it over a bit. And we might get into space issues. So you'll make glassware. You'll make empty petri dish. Because that means we'll have one of them using, or they'll use 2 different liquids. So it'll be 1, 1, 2. Wait, we can actually do this instead. What if we do that? And then it should be quite easy to manage. So you'll go like that. You'll go over here. And this one will go to here. And you will go, oh, so close to there. And actually move it up a bit. Go to compact it a bit right there. So that means this way, if one of these fills up or runs out, it will shift between them. So I should always have what we need. That is at least the theory. Means I can also remove you and get you like that. And then you'll need 2 inputs. You'll need 1, 2. Same up here. 1, 1, 2. And then you'll have 1 out, 1 out. You'll be passive, passive. Of course, limited to 1 stack in each. No need to go completely crazy with it. Then we'll have a few in there. Then we'll do the same over here. And moving down 1 will make it look prettier. So let's do this. We have to remember to get things to look pretty as well. And doing this will enable us to make it look pretty much the same on the opposite side. It means you 2, 1 actually that way, 1 right there, and outputs here and here. That should give us what we need. You are of course already limited. You'll go in, so you'll get glass. You'll get glass. That works. You'll get rubber stubber in one of them. Let's just get 10 in each to not go completely mad. Might not even have enough for that, but rubber, rubber, and then you'll get glass and glass. Means glass is going in. That means all of these should work as soon as we give them a bit of power. Up here, you'll request, let's do it like this instead. It's called tar barrel. No, not tar, that's not what it's called, is it? It was tar. You'll be tar barrel. Please get 10 of you, and you'll be the coal gas. So that should get things produced nicely. Here is a bit of power for you. There. Let's see. We need... Oh yeah, the power is coming from these. Let's just give it a second to... why are you not... What? Oh wait, it's the other one of course. But empty tar. Typical. Coal gas, empty. That one's fine. That one's fine. And there we go. That should be a pretty nice setup, as long as these are doing what they need. Oh yeah, and this one over here is just missing a ton of coal. So I think we should go out, grab a bit more in terms of raw coal. Since without that, this will never work. And right now it's not working. That's because this one is using all of it for something else. So let's do this. Please request that one. Just give me one at a time. I think that's fine. And give me 60 of you to have in storage. When all of you can go to the trash slots. I'll give the robot something to do. So let's go find a little coal patch. We have one right here. Not the biggest, but we can clear it out. It's a big one out here. Big one up here. Maybe going for this one is the easier because it has a lot more. That means it'll be a lot longer before I have to manage it. And I can go and pick up my little iron here. Is that completely empty? Oh, there's a small amount under this one. That is a bit annoying. We can get that in the future if we want to. So you can get this deconstructed. And then we can go on a little expedition to find coal. In theory, I could probably do most of it from the air. But yeah, we will go and get it ourselves just up here. So, how many robots? Please help me out to build this little area to go and grab coal. Then we just need to get down a miner. I think right here we'll grab what we need. There's some miners for you. You can just grab that. That means we'll also take our little trusty setup from over here. And put you on the side, and on the end. That should give us a lot more raw coal. Ooh, how's the power looking, by the way, since our raw coal is a bit low? Oh, we have enough buffered still, but we could be in serious trouble if that ran out. I'm missing a few rubber ports. I can solve that quite easily. And I have to remember to keep handcrafting our simple circuit boards, since we can't automate it yet. Of course it takes the one up here. Always take the one that's furthest away. Gives us at least most of these something. Craft one more, and then we'll just craft a few of these. So one row put in, that will be good. That will activate these, and that should give us a lot more coal in our system. The rest will slowly get delivered and slowly hooked up. That means I can't leave them for a bit. The rest will get built as we go. So let's continue down a bit and look at what we're missing. These are requiring, a power, oh yeah, it's just because it's buffering things. Should probably limit these a small amount to save a bit on power. I think that would be much better. Now that is working. This one has buffered enough. Good. And then things are moving along. You are missing, of course, steam, because we haven't set you up correctly yet with a nice steam output. We probably should do that somewhere. How much is the latex used for? Other than right here. Let's see, latex. Also used for quite a bit in the future, it seems. So where should we get a latex production up and running? We have water right here. We could do it in here as a nice little place for it. We could also do it in this cell, since that is close to water. To be honest, we can just want to do something like that. Then it should keep running for now. And produce what we need for our science. We have almost 200 buffered now, so that is something we'll have to look at as well. Since we are working towards that automated simple circuit board. Goes down extremely fast. Could spend a bit on getting this one. I think that'll be good in the long run, just to have more resources. 10% more is good in terms of transporting things around. Let's get that, because the next one is highly expensive. So coke is good for the foreseeable future. I probably should remember to set this up before I do anything. It just needs coal, so it is extremely easy to do, and it just has an output as well. We could maybe set it up over here and hook it up to these. I don't think that would be a bad idea to do. What if we just take you? I like to cut you, to be honest. And move you over here. I have a feeling something's gonna go bad because I'm doing this. But could also give it this entire a cell by itself. Go here for now. And I'll just move you around a bit. Because I kind of want to get this set up correctly the first time. Oh, I didn't. I deconstructed it. Go away with you. To be honest, we could do it here instead. Oh well. This is fine. Because this is making all the coke. We just need to put a limit on it. Then get the coal, what's called, iron oxide out somewhere else. Because it does produce a ton of gas. Which is very much needed around the base. Oh, are you not hooked up? Oh, whoops. Why didn't you guys tell me that I forgot something as simple as that? Did I forget to hook up this one as well then? Did. Lucky that one is easy enough. This one just needs to be done like this. Silly me. So that should get these running as soon as they get some power. There we are, all of them running now. You're hooked up. You are going up this way. You need to be hooked up right there. Did I set it up correctly now? Oh, because that's an underground. There we are. And what about you? Are you on underground as well? You're fine. There we are. That was a silly mistake to do. Forgetting to hook these up correctly. Pretty much halving our production of the different things. This is better. Limit it a small amount. Probably not be a bad idea. Just for now. Yeah, we need to get you into your own cell. It is silly to have it crammed in here. We could hook it up to the output over here, maybe. That'll probably not be... No, we need to have things divided into their own cells. Or grids, to make sure we don't make any mistakes when expanding out. Maybe just right here below then. How would that look as a setup? I think it would be fine. We just have to make sure we have enough resources to keep all of this going. Otherwise, it's a bit wasteful. And it's still handcrafting this, that's the issue. This is where I wish I had the army of the community server handcrafting this, like the other guys have. That does make things a bit easier when you do it like that. So yeah, we're still going towards this. It was still the Xeno thing we needed. Nice. But right now our science is going extremely slow. Oh yeah, I need to mark this one down here. Actually, get these one out. And this one will be the new glass and petri dish. Oh. That one. And... Because that is fine. The rest of these are just kind of working, and that is as intended, so I don't really want to mess with that right now. But probably expand out my science labs with a few more to increase our throughput. I don't know if this is useful to get now. I think we have different things that's way more useful. That is actually getting the things we need for this one. Vacuum we have, copper we have, that we don't have. Fiber boards. That we should be able to make. Let's start here. Blood. Yeah, look at that. That's way into the future. Correct storage. What is that locked behind logistics science? Is that correct? I'd be insane if it's locked that far down. I'll also stop this one and get this one instead so we have it unlocked. You can double right here. There we go. So that doubles science production. Then we can look at logistics science at some point and pretty much just get all the things researched we need to continue. Yeah, how's it looking in terms of the other things? Continue. Well, we'll never run out of rule reports. That is quite important. This is not working because, yeah, everything is just missing simple circuit boards. That is pretty much what's holding us back. Do we really need to go that far out? The clay first. That seems quite easy to get. So, clay pit. Doesn't really require that much. Doesn't even require any fluids in. Why steam? Steam could be good to do around here. Could be good. If I was around, do another one for it, then that will be fine. This will start to upgrade a few things. I don't think that's the #1 priority. I'm processing could be good to get as well. But upper processing. Well, let's wait a second with that one. Now let's just put it here to test it out. How this one works and how fast it is. Because all it needs is just steam in. That makes clay. And that is actually quite easy to set up. In that regard, this will give us the clay we need. What else? Take the ceramics, take these ones. That we have ceramics, we have that and that into a high pressure. That is easy enough. Ceramics are used for, we'll need that in quite a big amount. So let's set up a little ceramic production. Can be in our little mixed cell so far. That in high pressure, what's that in? In an electronic factory. This one is in high pressure. And high pressure. Let's just set you up right below this one just to get it going. Ceramic. Thank you. Here is some power for you. And you just require 2 in every 10 every 5 seconds. Oh, thank you for the follow, Gambi. And welcome to the stream. Let's see here. That is just 2 in. We'll just do it with out and 2 in. So 1 out, 2 in. That means one of them will be coke. I'll give us all the coke we need going that way. One of it will be, what's the clay? Yeah, clay. Clay. You'll just be limited to one of these. So that means we'll have ceramics up and running. What is the next thing we need? Then just ceramics and tin plates in electronics factory. Probably down here somewhere. Electronics factory. Just do that below. Just to make sure we have everything we need to do it. Yeah. It would be nice having somebody just called Bob or something. Because everybody else has such hard names. Oh. That's just my luck. Oh, so this way we make 1, 2, 3. That's the things we need. Oh, so we can actually make those 4 pretty much right here. Oh, Fred is quite an easy name as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This just needs vacuum and I can make that as well. Then we need graphene. So what if we make 4 of these? You'll make that one. Then we'll just add a vacuum to the bottom one. So that means we'll have most of the electronics we need here. That means it's just this one right now that seems to be the hard part. And that's because of this one. And I'm missing some easier way to get this. Oh, maybe liquid manure is easier to do. Or maybe wastewater. That doesn't seem very easy. But liquid manure might actually not be the worst thing we can do. Because we're quite close to that. Let's check this one. Because I can research that right away. Aha, we might be closer than I thought. That's gonna be very exciting. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and then vacuum down here. It's gonna need the vacuum in. I'm guessing that is just from one single machine that's gonna make that. Yeah, that's just a pressure pump. To be honest, that is not that bad. Remember where the pressure one is. Oh, right there. Was on the pi fusion energy. Then we can just add you right there to make a vacuum. That gives that in. That means the rest of these should be much easier to do. 5 seconds, then we can easily just do our normal input. One of you. Let's do that all the way down. Get some. Somewhere like that. Should give us power to all of these. And you'll just request these two. You'll request that one, and that one. That means, other than the things we need from the animals, the new thing, we just need the graphene rods. Didn't we make ceramics up here? What are you complaining about? Oak. Clay, coke clay. Am I missing something here? Why don't you want to take these? There we go. It was just not working for some reason. So that gives us ceramics. Ceramics is going to go into this one. Going to go into that one. This one is already making low power resistors. That's perfect. And down here we're just missing that one to get the vacuum tubes. Let's go for graphene first. Wow, that was actually a bit easier than I thought, at least so far. Yeah, graphene was used. Graphene, that's just made with coke as well in a high pressure. Well, well, well. That is not too bad. So let's get one high pressure just below here, just to make graphene for now, and get pretty much just a requested chest. Right here, and I pass it out right there, and do please request that. width, in, out. And a bit of power. Yeah, let's request a few power poles to my person. I don't have to wait for that at every step of the way. That is fine. That is pretty much... That's going to go up here. That's going to go in. That means other than our printed circuits substrate, we are quite good. And for that we just need the Fromic. I guess as soon as we have the biotechnology, that will be pretty much automating our simple circuit boards. Well, that's going to be a huge step. That means we can start to automate everything in terms of our buildings and productions and such. An iron plate is at a surplus. That means I can start to deconstruct this one. That's bad. Let's give it... And let's deconstruct this. We can always construct it again, but I'd rather use a little setup over here. I give our robots something to do. That is completely fine. But look at that. That looks so beautiful. That's all of those. That one is a bit behind. Fiberboards. We could maybe look at that before. Fiberboards, treated wood, raw wood, and steam. I'm a bit annoyed we can't get steam in barrels. Then again, we can just fly underwater. Let's check that part. That is actually the next thing that's going to take a bit of while. That's a while even. Fiberboard. Treated wood, wood, creosote. That's just tar, and that should be fine. We have that in storage. So, a tar processing unit. Is actually not the... It's probably not going to be that bad. Tar processing. What do? You need a fluid in. So I have to build it somewhere we can have that. But do it right here for now. I know this is going to be an entire moss cell. But just to see what it looks like. Also we make sand creating as well. So in and fluid out. Means if you start with you in the corner. Give ourselves some few automated factories. Should be able to pull out most of what we need from this one. You'll get tar out. Means you'll pretty much need this part right here for an input. Hopefully we have enough for it. Then right below it we will have our tar processing, which will output things to the other side. So maybe right here will be good. 1, 2, 3. Let's try it right there. Creosote. You will just go down this way. You'll output over here. You'll have to go into another fluid one. Could actually just be right there with the creosote. Please fill that barrel. Then we'll just need barrels out. And something like that. Then we can easily expand this one down and do more if needed. And we can limit this to 1 row. Just to have a bit buffered. Not to go completely overboard. For now. But there we are. Creosote being produced. Going into... There we are. into this one and making creosote barrel. So yeah, I think this might be a decent place to stop. The episode has already dragged on for about 50 minutes. So I don't want to make it longer than this, and we have gotten a ton done. We still need a lot of our basic production up and running. That is slowing down our entire production. But as we start to build in cells, we should be able to just copy paste them out to increase production. And we need our basic things to speed up quite heavily. So with that, I will end this episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please remember to hit that like button on the video. And if you're new to the channel, please remember to hit that subscribe button as well. And come join us on Twitch. We're having a blast here, and I always enjoy talking with you guys. So with that, I will see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.